Hello, welcome back. It is officially week 3 of prep. So we are gonna just jump straight in. We are here at Undefeated today. I am gonna be training legs. For some people, they love legs. Some people hate legs. I am the leg hater. So you get to see me not enjoy my training session today, but it will be all worthwhile. Today we're going to jump in, do a raw, I think we're doing a raw leg session. Then after that, we're going to head over to the market and get a grocery top up. Since moving to Melbourne, I love the market so much. The quality and the price compared to like going to Woolworths. I'm that girl, I'm that market girl now. So I've already drank my pre-workout. Whenever I train legs, I need to drink it way in advance. Otherwise, for some reason, I'll just be burping the whole time. But today's stack included, we've got the preload black in grape flavor still. The tub does last a while. And also the L-citrulline malate. Plus we topped it up with a little bit of pink salt as well. Now, before I started prep, when I was in my off season and I was pushing calories, I would also run a dextrose powder, which is essentially just straight up carbs. And I feel like a lot of people are afraid of using carbs, but if you load your carbs around your training, you will see a huge difference. So in my pre-workout stack, I used to do a half scoop of dextrose, but some people also run dextrose when they're training as well, but you will see a huge difference if you start thinking about your carbs and your food intake around your training. So keep that in mind. If you would like to check out the dextrose, you can find it on the Emerald Labs website, or you can find the Emerald Labs dextrose on the Elite Sups website as well, or your local Elite Sups. But if you head over to the Emerald Labs website, you can use my code Sharma, for a sneaky discount as well. If you have a flavor recommendation, please let me know as well. I've pretty much tried all of them except like 3 flavors, so I would love to know what your favorite flavors are as well. So with that being said, Undefeated has probably the best leg equipment range that I've ever seen, especially within Australia as well. So I'd love to show you some extra bits, even if they aren't in my program. So with that being said, let's jump into it. So jumping straight into legs, we're starting with barbell RDLs. We're doing 4 sets of 6, so it's going to be heavy and it's to failure. Now with all of these exercises, I always like to start off with at least 2 warm-up sets, and they're quite light, quite low rep, but just to make sure I'm getting in the feel so I don't send it or injure myself. I am always a little bit more apprehensive with my hip hinge movements, purely based off the fact that I have injured myself before, because you know I'm doing one of these ones. So need to make sure we're warming up correctly and I'm not going to hurt my lower back, because the combination of all these movements and then standing in my back pose, most girls that compete in bikini will understand the pain. So I am going to set this up. I was going to say machine. I'm going to set this up, get it to the right height, and do 2 warm-up sets before we jump into some sets to failure. I'm already sweating. So, to be honest with you, every time I listen to music, it will change, and I never listen to the same shit throughout the entire session either. I would just doom scroll my liked songs or recently listened to and find something that hits. But generally it's going to be some sort of divorced dad rock. Sometimes it's techno. Don't know where that came from. Happened last prep as well. So guess we'll find something and we'll lock in and get started. Ooh, shaking. My hands. Seated hamstring curls. one of my favorite exercises, to be honest. I don't know if it's because I'm quite strong in it. Helps my ego, I guess. So I'll unpack this. We'll go over to the hamstring curl and we're gonna slay it. So I previously did a few reels on reviewing activewear unbiasedly. I've always loved Define, especially this impact set. However, I love these trackies, right? But I don't consider myself a tall girly pop. I'm probably not short, but I'm not tall. Probably like, I don't know, 5'7", 5'8", if you want to be technical. These are the regular length, not the tall length. And look how low they are. If I was to wear them where they're supposed to be, like, if you are 5'7" or taller, get the tall ones. I tried on someone else's pair of tall ones and they fit so much better. I feel like if I was wearing these without this, like it would be like this low. And for me, that is way too low. I don't know if it's just my age group. Maybe I'm a millennial and I'm used to high-waisted shit. If you're a low-waisted queen, pop off, but a bit scary. Bit scary. And to be fair, they're not gonna last much longer on me because it's legs and I'm sweating already. 3 sets of 10 to 12. I put it on 54, we'll see how they go. I think I went red there. Now, don't forget to breathe, kids. We have hip thrusts, so let's do that. So I am gonna be using for hip thrust the Panada hip thrust machine. It is pin loaded, which is super cool. Me and Panada equipment used to have a bit of a love-hate relationship, but it is on the mend now that I've decided to use this machine. So hip thrust obviously can have lots of different variations and it will come down to what you have accessible to. If you have multiple options, then I would always go for the one that feels the best for you. There's never, ever any right or wrong equipment, and everyone's body mechanically is different. So working with a machine that gets you the best contraction is always gonna be the best possible thing for you. I always found that my hip thrusts generally got better as I lowered the weight. One thing that I found is I feel like girls' hip thrust is the female equivalent to a guy's chest press, like a bench. Everyone's always like, I can hip thrust this much, I can bench this much. But are you contracting? Do you have control of the movement? Do you feel it in your glute? Do you feel it in your lower back? These are the questions you should be asking yourself. So I generally don't lift hundreds and hundreds of kilos when I hip thrust. And since I have dialed it back, my glute gains have actually, like, the trajectory has gone up. So less injury, better gains, better mind muscle connection. If that is in your wheelhouse, then maybe not lifting as much is better for you. So when I'm setting this machine up, it only has a few options to change. Mainly speaking is this boy. It makes me feel like I'm getting in a roller coaster, which is a sleigh. I'm only gonna start it on a lighter weight and make sure that we're feeling Gucci. So, locking ourselves in, feet up. Now I always go hip width apart. And for me personally, and some of the girls that I've previously PT'd, I've found that a slight external rotation of your foot, toes pointing out, will allow you a little bit of a better contraction. Obviously, when it comes to everyone's very different, but this is how I do my hip thrusts. Now, we wanna make sure that our shin and knee are at a 90-degree angle. If your feet are out like this, you're gonna feel it more hamstring, and if your feet are too close to you and your knee is driving forward, you're probably gonna feel it a little bit more in your quad. So, we wanna get a 90-degree angle. Normally, at my old gym, we would have a mirror, but I don't have one. So, we're just winging it here. Coming down slowly, we wanna feel the stretch and the lengthening part of our glute. And then as we feel that, we're gonna drive up
through our glute and squeeze. Hold for 2 seconds. Time and attention is key. I wasn't lifting half as much as I used to, but with that being said, I had control over the entire movement. If it's too heavy, you're gonna be throwing it up and just using momentum. And you're really not using your glutes for that. So, if it's too heavy and you're thrusting it up into the fucking hemisphere, you should probably go lower. So, we're gonna do single leg press. This is a reasonably new machine for me, so I'm still figuring out each time I use it where I need to set everything up, but I love it when I find the right setting. So bear with me while I play around with my seat and my starting points, and then we'll get into it. That would not have been pretty just then, oh my God. Okay, so we are at the last exercise. Corey was like, so what's the last exercise? I said, my nemesis, and he said, which one? This is my legitimate nemesis, the leg extension. I have possibly the worst knees. I know I haven't hit 30 yet, but my knees are definitely in their 50s. If you see some embarrassing shit on here, you didn't. Okay? One of these ones. Thank you. Okay, so as usual, I always end my training sessions with posing. Generally speaking, post legs, real hard. If you haven't done it before, you might find out one day. But Corey's gonna keep it raw. If you see me stumbling, you didn't. It's a work in progress, it's art, it's like dancing. It's a practice, repeat, and hopefully I don't stumble over my sore legs. But before I start that, I just want to do a drink comparison. There's no sugar Gatorade, so it has no carbs. This is Corey's drink. Yep, but it smells really good. It smells like a Ferrero Rocher. Corey said it was 400 calories, 40 protein, 20 fat, 40 carb, and he said, I could skull this. Oh, it smells good. It smells like Messina Ferrero Rocher kind of ice cream vibe. I'm adding it to the list, by the way.
my back. So, post legs, feel heavy, feel puffed out. And just, wait a minute. I feel post legs posing very uncoordinated, but generally takes me a few repetitions. Hence why I do warm-up sets as well when I train. I do 1 to 2 warm-up sets to make sure I'm just like feeling it, and then it kind of goes into the good shit. So I am going to get my post-workout meal sorted. Literally corn thins and a protein shake. But once I've consumed that, are you gonna get a meal? Or is that your meal? So once I've consumed that, we're gonna jump in the car and go over to the markets. I've grabbed my tote bag, because I always forget to take a bag. And we're gonna grab all the fresh produce that I need for a top up. So chicken, steak, veg, fruit, maybe a little sweet treat for Corey for tonight because he lets me pick his desserts, which is amazing because I can't eat them. And yeah, we'll see you there. So we're here at Prahran markets. We come here generally after the gym to get all of our proteins and our fresh produce. I always like the idea of a market, but being in Adelaide meant that I think our local market was either at the showground or in the city, which was a very long drive. This is literally 5 minutes down the road from our gym. And to be honest with you, getting our fresh produce here and our fresh proteins here, generally quality-wise, so much better, generally can be cheaper as well. And to be honest with you, I would much prefer to support local farmers and local businesses versus like a huge conglomerate as well. So if you have the ability to do that, I highly recommend it. You will thank me later. Okay, so I get Royal Gala apples in my meal plan every day, and whenever I buy them from Woolworths, the texture is whack, I'll be honest with you. So I always try and get them here. I have not perfected the art of what fruit and veg to pick, so I just kind of wing it. But we're gonna grab a couple today so I can eat one in the car too. Look how pretty they are. We'll get one that's a bit yellow for the end of the week. Thank you. Yes, thanks. Right, stop one done. I'm gonna get the rest. It's closer to my rest day. But we need meat. I need chicken. So let's go get that and maybe Corey a sweet treat because there's so many good places here. They're so pretty. I love these. They're so pretty. I need to get a nice vase before I start buying flowers. Don't have room yet. I don't even have a couch. So I have a full bag. Corey decided to ball out and get $70 worth of steaks for lunch and dinner for himself. They are really good cuts. I'm sad that I'm not eating them. I am a steak girl, and he got a really nice olive sourdough to go with it. So I also got my chicken breast, and the lovely team there diced it up for me, which was amazing because it saves me having to do it. All I need to do is now portion it into little baggies and put it in the freezer, which is cool. And the butchers at the steak place also said that they will cryovac my steaks so they last longer if I want to pre-buy them. So didn't know that. That was an amazing experience. Bruce has got some treaties. I've got my veg and my fruit. So we're gonna go home. I'm going to eat my lunch meal because I'm starving. Ooh. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by dogs everywhere. And yeah, maybe a little bit of a prep update and a Melbourne update to wrap up today's video. So we are back home, we are caffeinating, which is very much required. Since I've been off camera, Corey has been editing this video, and I went for big steppies around Brunswick, which is the area that we live in now. And honestly, it feels really great to have nothing other than my prep and my work, and obviously Corey and Bruce to occupy my time. It feels like I can really dial in on the things that truly matter at the moment. So we've been here for 2 or 3, maybe this is our 3rd week, I think. This is our 3rd week now of being in Melbourne. And
we both love it so much. We went from quite a large house that we had built to a 30 square meter apartment, and we were like, what have we done? What are we doing? And then we've gotten here and I actually love it. It's so cozy. We bought online couches finally today and a bookshelf, so I'm really excited to kit out the place. But in terms of prep, I had my check-in yesterday with my coach Scott, and we're officially in our 3rd week, so we've had 2 weeks. I do fortnightly check-ins, and in those 2 weeks I have lost 3 kilos already, which is crazy. 3 kilos down. So from my check-in, Scott was obviously extremely happy. No changes for the next 2 weeks as I'm already in quite a big deficit, so we're just gonna keep rolling with the punches essentially and see what these next 2 weeks look like for us. So today has been nice, relaxing, enjoyable, and this video has definitely been more on the raw side. So I hope you guys do like it. We will be back next week for our weekly uploads. We do have a very busy weekend. Corey has a jam-packed schedule for work, which he's very excited for. So if there's anything that you would like to see or you would like me to do for my next video, please make sure to let me know. And most importantly, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.